Hi, Sue Wow here from the Forestry Trade Club. I'm going to show you how to create a very simple meadow design. Informal meadow style designs are very popular and it's a lovely way to show off flowers. To see how this summery, seasonal, scented meadow box was created, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So, I'm just taking a selection of small glass bottles. You can use jam jars, you can use coloured glass, clear glass, you can use ceramic, and I've arranged them in a container which is waterproof. And I'm going to make sure that all of these vases have some height. So I'm starting off with some stocks, and I'm going to pop a stock into the centre of each one. And then I'm going to add in some of this beautiful flower material here. So I've got some mint, some Mentha. Again, I'm going to keep it quite tall. And of course this Mentha will give the design a lovely scent as well as giving it some line. This is something which you could use for a wedding. These sort of designs look lovely at the base of a top table, or perhaps sitting on the bar in the reception area. And of course the lovely thing is, because each of them made up of lots of individual small arrangements in vases, guests can take a vase home at the end of the night as a memento. This is also a design that you can also use in funeral work. So this would sit at the base of a coffin, or it might go into the wake after the funeral. And again, people can take the flowers home with them afterwards. And if you've got somebody who's passed away who was very, very keen and loved their flowers, then what a wonderful way to celebrate their life by filling up vases of fresh flowers and allowing everybody to take one home with them at the end of the service. So I'm keeping these quite high because I want to create a sort of a flower meadow event rather than a sort of triangular design. So I've got in here some points and some rounds, so I'm using stocks, and I'm also using Lisianthus. I've got some lavender, keeping it lovely and fresh. And I've got these Panicum grasses, which will give a lovely feathery feel to them. Now I'm just going to trim these down a little bit so they're tidier. And then if you are using grasses, it's a good idea to put your grasses in last, because they can damage if you have to push them other flowers in around them. So I'm just going to pop these grasses in, pop those into there, give that a bit of a trim. And then if I add these into what I've already put together, then we've made a lovely scented, herby, wildflower meadow box. So I've got some Sphagnum Moss here, and what I'm going to do with that is just push the moss in, down and around the sides, and that will stop the bottles from rattling. It will hold them in place, and it will just finish off the design. And of course, because the flowers are in these individual vases, they'll keep drinking, so you haven't got to worry about them not being in enough water. easy to transport. It can be made with any sort of flowers, any time of year. This is for the summer. So, and there you go. One Meadow summer box. If you want lots of tips on how to care and condition for your flowers and foliage and houseplants, then why not subscribe to our YouTube channel? Now, all you have to do is just click on the thumbs up below.